Alright, hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with another video. So today's video will be on optimizing or maximizing the utilage of your GE slot. So a problem that I see with a lot of people that don't like to merch like I do is that you just throw away your GE slots. Like, they just sit there empty. And to me as a mercher, I kind of see that and I'm a little saddened by it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to help out your average PVM or a skiller that doesn't see any use in merching. They find it too hard to get into, like they don't understand what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a few ways that you guys can utilize your GE slots without much effort at all. So let's get on into it. Before we get into it though, I just want to preface this by saying that a lot of the methods I'm going to show you guys here in a second will not be methods of flipping. If you don't know what flipping is a way of merching that is just buying and selling items based on the margin. This will not be that for the most part. Most of these will involve some sort of manual labor. I mean, if you want to call RuneScape manual labor, that will involve some of that will increase the price of items, and so it's definitely worth it. All of these will be more profitable than Zora compared to time spent and money made, so just keep that in mind. The first method I'm going to show you guys here today is a farming method. So basically with farming, a lot of people don't like to actually make the saplings themselves. So this is going to be a method of which you can go about doing that and just pretty much buying the margins on this. So you do need a farming level with this. The farming level is identical to the seed that you'll be using. So if you start doing this with yew seeds and you need 60, magic trees 75, same with all the fruit trees, and that holds true there. So what you want to do to go ahead and find a margin, going over to the GE, you can type in whatever seed you wish to see. For this example though, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys magic seeds since they'll probably have the biggest margin. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one. This is not the price you want to buy them for. If you don't know how flipping works, pay attention. 135,047, as you saw there, is not the price you want to buy it for. You're going to want to buy these for the sell price. So you're going to want to buy them for 134K on the dot. At least in this example, obviously prices change, so you'll have to buy and sell one to find out what the price is during the time that you are doing yours. So as you can see from there, magic saplings buy for 139K, which means that this is a profit of 5K just by putting a magic seed into a magic sapling. Also with yew seeds, considering it's a lower level, less money to put into the seeds, obviously going to have less of a margin. Here it's 2K, it's typically 3 to 4, so I didn't want to use that as an example, but you guys can see that there. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to make a sapling if you guys don't know what goes into it. So you're going to want to go ahead and buy your seed. And once you have it, move on over to the bank. Once at the bank, you're going to want to have a trowel in your inventory, or a filled plant pot, and a watering can. So, alright, so you're going to want to fill up your watering cans, probably using Humidify, and basically all you have to do is just put a yew seed in your inventory or in the plant bucket and then water it. And then within a couple minutes, it turns into the yew sapling. But, I mean, that's no skin off your back. You don't have to sit here and wait. You can do whatever else you want while it sits in your bank. So there you go. Easy 5K made there if you can do magic seeds or depending on the margins anywhere else. So now the second method that I have for you guys is kind of a different one. It's something that not a lot of people would think of, and I'm pretty surprised I found it myself. Just kind of random, but I was checking margins one day and happened to find this. So it's something that's held true for a while at this point. So basically what you're going to want to do is just buy Rune Darts P. It's a very easy way to fill up one GE slot. I think about 10,000 of these are bought and sold every hour, so there's obviously a ton coming into and out of the game. I'm going to go ahead and insta-buy one, insta-sell it. Obviously don't buy for the buy price again. So as you guys can see with that sell price, we sell it off for 1161, and what we do with Rune Darts is then we will end up cleaning the Rune Darts P and selling them on as regular Rune Darts. And as you can see, you can sell them off for 1190. So that means you make 29 GP in this instance. Typically it's around, I guess that would be around an average, but considering you can buy, 5 to 10,000 an hour, it's not, it's not that bad. It's definitely something that you'd want to throw your money into if you have money laying around. If you guys don't know how to go ahead and unpoison something, I'll demonstrate with my dragon dagger here, but you can do this with a dart as well. All you need is a cleaning cloth, which you can buy from the Grand Exchange. Go ahead and use it on your item, and boom, poison's gone, just like that. You can do that to the whole stack in one click, so you do not have to worry about that at all. So another way that you can go ahead and make money is by looking up Malediction or Odium Ward. You guys can do this as well on OS Buddy pretty easily. You guys can just use the recommended price, but you won't know exactly what price to go off of. This helps me out a lot. But as you guys can see here, you guys can buy Malediction Shards 3 for 3 mil, Malediction Shard 2 for 355k, and a Malediction Shard 1 for 133k. As you can see here, just go off of the lowest price. Sometimes they're a little mixed. I don't know how that particularly works, but just go off the lowest price since that's obviously what something is sold for. You can buy the Malediction Shard 3 for 3 mil, the Malediction Shard 2 for 311k, and the Malediction Shard 1 for 132k. In total, that adds up to being around 3.43 mil, and from there you can go ahead and sell off the Malediction Ward for 3.77, yielding you essentially a 340k profit or so. So that is obviously a pretty good profit, and on top of that, it does take a little bit of time, so you guys do have to realize that, but as someone that doesn't merch a lot, you probably won't be too bothered by that. However, it's just something I want to preface this by saying. Same holds true for Odium Wards. As you guys can see here, Odium Wards, if you go off the lowest price, you have 2.6 here, 2.9 there, which equals 5.5, and from there you add on another 900k, puts you up to around 6.4, and you can sell off the Odium Ward for 6.8, yielding you a 400k profit there. So that's always going to be a margin that's worth doing. You'll have to slowly buy these. If you insta buy these, this isn't going to work, obviously, because then everyone will just be insta buying them and making tons of money. But in the end, they always hold a decent margin, because not a lot of people, if you don't have something like GE Tracker, know exactly what the prices are, and knowing the exact price can be the difference between breaking even and wasting all of your time, or actually making 300 to 400k relatively easily. So back on over to the game. If you guys do not know how to charge Odium Wards or Malediction Wards, basically what you're going to want to do, start off at Edgeville, or if you have the ability to teleport to Anakarl, which would require completing Desert Treasure and having the teleportation method there, whether it be a tab or an actual mage cast, go ahead and use that. If not, you're going to want to head and use the Edgeville lever. From there, you will be teleported all the way out here. If you're at Anakarl, just remember you're going to want to go right here. And if you're at the Deserted Keep, you're going to also want to run all the way over here. Once you're here, go ahead and use your Odium Shards or Malediction Shards on the lava pool, and it will be made into a ward, and then you can sell it off for a little bit of profit. Next up is something that's a little bit different and does have a skill requirement of 60 rune crafting, which is why I can't show you in game, because neither of my accounts have 60 rune crafting, but eventually in the future I will get it up to go ahead and do that. So if you have GE Tracker, you can check all of these margins by going to item sets and crafting. I'm going to go ahead and go here just so I can show you guys if any of these boots actually have a good margin right now. And my internet is incredibly slow back home, so I apologize. But as you guys can see here, Malediction Odium Wards have a pretty decent margin. Also on top of that, Eternal Boots, which is going to be one of my examples, Primordials have a smaller margin, but sometimes these can reach 300k margins. And with how frequent these things are bought and sold, and the fact that you can get crystals relatively easily, makes it a very good money making method. So, alright, so the next method that I'm going to show you guys is something that I cannot do in game. However, I'm going to item sets and crafting right now on GE Tracker to go ahead and show you guys it, because I do not have 60 rune crafting on either of my accounts, so yeah, we have that going on for me. But another thing that you guys can do is Eternal Boots or Primordials or anything around the sort. So if you guys ever have the time to go ahead and check in the Grand Exchange, it's always worth it to check and see how Eternal Crystals, Primordial Crystals, and Pegasian Crystals are priced compared to what the actual boots are. So in this case, you can make 140k off of buying an Eternal Crystal, Infinity Boots, and putting them together, which takes relatively no time at all. And in that just 5 seconds that you spent getting them out of the bank, you made 140k. So it's pretty easy, and Eternal Crystals and all the crystals, I guess, in general, are in relatively decent supply, and you'll always be able to grab some Infinity Boots pretty easily. So that's another money-making method. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the next one now. From there, the next one will be potion decanting. So this is on GE Tracker site as well. It makes it relatively easily. One thing that you do have to realize whenever you're sorting through these is to make sure that you sort by approximate profit per one, but also kind of sort out the ones that you know aren't going to have any bought or sold, i.e. Zamrock Brews or Hunter Potions, because they obviously have a big margin because there's no one buying the potions. However, as you guys can see here, Ceradomin Potions and Super Defenses actually have a huge margin if you are able to buy 2 in 1 dose. However, one of the things that I would recommend more is looking for 3 dose ones, even though it may be lower profit. 1 and 2 dose ones are relatively not sold anywhere near as much as Super Energy 3s, I would imagine. So that's something you can check out. If you guys want to go ahead and do that in game, I'm going to show you guys how you can do that now. What you would do, for example, is go ahead and go to the Grand Exchange and go ahead and buy yourself 1 brew or whatever potion you wish to test out, and go ahead and see what the sell price is. Then take this price and divide it into 4 so you can understand what the dose price is. So in this instance, the dose price is 2114, which means that if you can go ahead and buy Ceridome brews for under 6342, you'll actually make profit off of just decanting them at this guy over here. So what you want to go ahead and do is see what the price is on Ceridome Potions 3. The Insta buy price is not going to be the one you'll want to use, as I said earlier. However, that one is almost exactly what it should be, and you're going to want to go ahead and sell it. So from here, as I said, it should be 6342. However, it's 6160, which means if you were to make these into 3s, you're making, or if you were to make these into 4s, you're making about 200 coins off of every Ceridome brew you purchase. So from there, all you have to do is go ahead and just leave a decently high buy offer in, which I'm going to do now because that's a really good margin, and just wait. And then once they're all done, all you have to do is go over here to this guy in the Grand Exchange. I'd imagine most people know this, and just go ahead and decant. I don't have more than 1 potion in my inventory, so I can't, but that's the way that you would go ahead and do that. Alright, so that will be it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully some of these tips were helpful and you haven't heard of them before. If you guys found this video helpful, go ahead and leave a like. If you guys have any other ways, I guess, of which you could utilize GE slots and want to let people know, feel free to in a comment down below. If you guys want to see more of these videos as soon as they go live, make sure to hit that sub button. And yeah, hit up the Twitter in the description, and 07 helpers in RuneScape. So other than that,